Youth Advocacy Center, PLAC, Clement Wanko, and the head of Development Cooperation United Kingdom, Cynthia Rao, commended the initiative, stressing that the review is crucial to strengthening Nigeria's democracy institutions.
Elections are the cornerstone of any democracy. They are the way that citizens express their will, hold their leaders to account, and shape the future of their nation.
From this exercise, a legal framework that will endure several elections. It is true that it is not just the law or the legal framework that will give us the best elections possible, but at least the fact that you do have stability of law forms a good basis for us to expect.
Some stakeholders advocated for the use of national identification number in future elections to enhance voter verification and eliminate irregularities. The hearing marks a critical step in Nigeria's journey towards achieving an electoral system that reflects transparency, credibility, and the will of the people. Topsy Gimba, reporting for Global Television News.
Of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio has reaffirmed his commitment to youth empowerment and leadership development within the All Progressive Congress. He gave the assurance during an interactive mentorship session with young progressive of the party at the APC Youth House in Abuja. The event, hosted by the national youth leader Dayo Israel, was themed Legacy, Journey, Experience. National Assembly correspondent Anyete Patrick reports.
It was an evening of mentorship, dialogue, and inspiration as the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, engaged young members and professionals of the All Progressives Congress at the party's Youth House in Abuja. The session, tagged An Evening with the Senate President, provided a rare opportunity for young leaders to interact with the Senate President on governance, leadership, and national development.
I will discuss further with you about a trust fund to assist in mentorship, to assist in ensuring that more women have opportunities to find the opportunities and their sizes.
Akpabio emphasized the need for preparation, consistency, and mentorship as essential tools for leadership. He commended the APC Youth Wing for creating a bridge between generations and for sustaining the values of progress and unity within the party.
So women are not the weaker sex. Women are doing the best they can to prove that to the world today that they are in charge. Many countries of the world have produced women as presidents. I hope you know that. So in Nigeria, the story cannot be different.
The event featured an interactive fireside chat, a question and answer session, and the presentation of a souvenir to the president, a gesture symbolizing appreciation for his mentorship and leadership support. Anyete Patrick, reporting for Global TV.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP, in preparations for its forthcoming national convention scheduled for the 14th and 15th of November in Ibadan, Oyo State capital, has inaugurated its transportation subcommittee in Abuja to begin logistic plans ahead of the event. Our correspondent reports.
The Deputy Chairman of the National Convention Planning Committee, Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, charged members of the committee to remain committed and play active roles in the success of the upcoming convention. He emphasized the importance of unity, coordination, and loyalty as the party works towards consolidating internal structures.
To date, you've shown exemplary leadership. You've always been there for the NCOC, giving us support when we ask, and then giving us support that we need even when we do not ask.
The chairman of the Transportation Subcommittee and Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, stated that the committee is made up of representatives from all geopolitical zones across the country. He reaffirmed that the PDP is on the path of repositioning itself and called on members to remain dedicated to the party's mission of returning to power in 2027.
That the situation may appear like it's difficult. The news out there, people are defecting, governors are defecting. I have good news. It may appear that it's getting worse, but usually when you want something that will endure, it will usually get worse before it gets better.
The inauguration of the Transportation Subcommittee is one of the several steps being taken by the PDP as it intensifies preparations ahead of the November National Convention in Ibadan. With renewed calls for unity and commitment, party leaders say the process will strengthen internal democracy and boost the PDP's readiness for the 2027 general elections. Ubong Usoro for Global Television News.
High Court sitting in Osogbo, Osun State has adjourned hearing in a suit filed by the chairman and councillors elected in the October 15, 2022 local government elections to November 27th. The suit seeks judicial clarification on when their tenure of office should end. The case borders on the determination of the tenure of office of the local government officials and the validity of another council election conducted on February 2022-2025 by Osun State Independent Electoral Commission. You're watching the live broadcast of News Express, and when News Express returns, International Monetary Fund to launch World Economic Outlook. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please do stay with us. In business, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, says it will unveil its latest World Economic Outlook today in Washington, D.C., during a hybrid press briefing at the annual meetings of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund in Washington. The report will present the IMF updated assessment of global economic development and prospects, providing key insights into the state of the world economy and growth projections for individual regions and countries. Also scheduled for the release today is Global Financial Stability Report. The report assesses key risks and vulnerabilities affecting the international financial system. Nigeria joins other Commonwealth nations in a push to unlock a $2 trillion trade agenda aimed at deepening economic ties, strengthening resilience, and fostering sustainable growth. A statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations in the Federal Ministry of Finance, Mohammed Manga, says the initiative was a key highlight at the high-level meeting of Commonwealth finance ministers held on the sidelines of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund's annual meetings in Washington, D.C., in the United States. On the foreign scene, Madagascar's President Andry Rajoelina has dissolved the National Assembly, preempting an opposition-led vote to force him out of office over the island's nation's spiraling political crisis. Rajoelina has faced over 2 weeks of deadly street clashes, led largely by young demonstrators furious about the ruling elite, forcing the 51-year-old leader into hiding. The presidency said in a statement that the decree to dissolve the assembly shall radio and television broadcast. United States President Donald Trump, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and Emir of Qatar Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, and Tunisian President Recep Tayyip Erdogan have signed documents during a summit on Gaza in Sharm el-Sheikh. They signed the declaration as the guarantors of a Gaza deal aimed at ending 2 years of war with Israel. Following the signing of the peace document, leaders in attendance moved in for a closed-door talks. Now to sports. Nigeria's hope of qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup faced their biggest test yet as the Super Eagles host Benin Republic at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo on Tuesday evening in their final Group C fixture. The Super Eagles must secure victory and hope for a favorable result somewhere to stand any chance of booking a ticket to the tournament in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The Republic currently leads the group with 17 points, followed by South Africa with 15 and Nigeria just behind with 14 points. These results have set the stage for a dramatic conclusion. For Nigeria to qualify automatically, they must beat Benin Republic with at least 2 goals and hope that South Africa will fail to defeat Rwanda in Nelspruit. Also some other sports stories. South Africa's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign has been dealt a major setback after star striker Lane Foster was ruled out of the crucial encounter against Rwanda due to injury. The South African national football team confirmed the development on its official Twitter account on Tuesday morning, posting, "After consultation with medical team, a decision was taken to withdraw him. Ashley Kopido has been called up. Foster, who had been one of Bafana's most consistent attacking threats in recent matches, was expected to lead the line in the decisive Group C clash with Rwanda today." As Global TV News Express comes to an end, here is a recap of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu has formally written to the Senate seeking the confirmation of Professor George Omopiton as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. In business, the International Monetary Fund will unveil its latest World Economic Outlook today in Washington, D.C., during a hybrid press briefing at the annual meetings of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund in Washington. On the foreign scene, Madagascar's President Andre Rajoelina today dissolved the National Assembly, preempting an opposition-led vote to force him out of office over the country's national spiraling political crisis. And in sports, Nigeria's hope of qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup face their biggest taste yet as the Super Eagles host Benin Republic at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo this evening in their final Group C fixture. And that's it on Global TV News Express. A quick reminder, Global Television is on DSTV channels 365 and Star Times 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on the screen using @Global TV NG. I am Ubong Usoro. Bye for now.